Hello and welcome to Issues Reaching You from Oweleketv. I am Mercy Babaji, and of course, you know how we do it. We talk about trending stuff. And now, joining me is Tonya and Chris. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Tonya.
Good morning. What's your name again, sir?
Good morning.
It's always the good morning, the sharp good morning.
And it's just looking at the lens. Look at Mercy. She's greeting you.
Good morning, Chris.
She has not appeased the
Appease the gods. Talking about appeasing the gods. This Chris's cap this morning is.
This is don't call it. This is this thing.
Okay.
I wear this once in a year.
No best.
So if
Right.
I pronounce anything here now, it will happen. Like
And
if I
even
say you should not show in this camera now, you won't show.
You never reached that one. All right, our viewers at home. Now we'll be talking about something. Of course, you can see the relationship between us. We'll be talking about how to achieve good working relationships in the office. Is this achievable? And I've heard people talk a lot about toxic work environments and all of that a lot. But then I don't think every office is actually toxic, even though whether we like it or not, it is we, the staffs, that make it toxic, whether we like it or not. So now I'll be throwing you to Antonia first to what's your take on toxic work relationship or a toxic work environment generally?
Okay, so basically, a toxic work environment, or it's a place, a working environment where there is this kind of negative energy. There are no positive communication. There's always friction between either from management. It's either from top down or among colleagues or from the bottom up. That is from colleagues relating to the management. Or so now let's get it straight. Toxic relationships can be between the management relating to the employees, staff, between employees and also employees to the management. So now it just depicts a strained relationship where communication is not properly carried out, and there is this fight, beefing, so to say, envy, jealousy. There's this need to outshine the other, this sense of we're in competition, not working as a team. Do you understand?
But then, now that you mentioned the competition, isn't I mean, the healthy competition, isn't that good?
Yeah,
healthy. But then when it comes to competition about, what are you, how ladies can be sometimes, or what are you wearing, or what is this, what is that, and do you pick on what you're not even supposed to pick on? Everybody's supposed to enter office. And then in all of this, you see that some person that in some offices, they just enter the office and be like, I don't want to have any work relationship with anybody, possibly because of their past experiences with their former colleagues or something. But then in all of this, I remember that I'm coming from somewhere where we had one of our meetings and a guy actually said, oh, we are family. And in fact, nobody received that well.
Everybody said, no, we're not family.
We're not family.
You know, they used to say this thing that your colleagues are not your friends.
Your friends, you just do your job and go. Do you agree with that?
Your colleagues are not your friends.
You just do your job and go.
Funny enough, I think I've written something about friendship.
Oh, wow.
I've written something about friendship in my 200 level. The concept of friendship in Marco Cicero's. Friendship is not about, your colleague is not your friend. Yes, friendship has to do with people who share like minds. You must share like minds, accept each other, especially from the negative aspect of each other. That is in good and in bad. This person, you believe that this person is your best person, is your friend. You can open up, discuss whatever it is. If the person is cheating on his wife, you can discuss with you. If you can all the secrets in life, your friends should know, so that you cannot have it in an office.
Okay. Why do you think so?
I think so because it's a passive thing. Whatever office it is, you occupy, whatever position you occupy, friendship, you may experience some mutual understanding, but that is not friendship.
Okay.
There are some things you don't expect me now. Okay, we are colleagues. There are some things I won't tell you. But if we're friends, if we become friends at the long run, I feel I can open up to discuss deep things within me. They may say, let's say I'm having problem with my wife, and because we're female, I can maybe open up to tell you because I will be needing a feedback perspective from it. Okay. That is friendship.
Okay, I think sorry to interrupt you, Chris. I think what actually defines that colleague and friends, having friends in the workplace, is that as colleagues, you don't select who your colleagues are.
No.
You just come into an organization and you meet them.
Yeah.
And even though you're there for the paycheck or because your passion is what is fueling that cause, you have people working with you and you just have to work as a team with them. So it is very important to have that positive relationship. Do you understand? That you're able to carry out your work effectively. However, in friendship, you are more intentional because you will check, do our values align? Are we do we have similar interests?
Yeah.
How am I contributing to your life and how am I benefiting from you?
Exactly.
Do you understand? But in a colleague situationship, yes, like Chris mentioned, you may have a mutual understanding and you may be all chatty and nice and friendly. Or however, that doesn't mean that you've intentionally built that friendship.
So are you guys trying to say that it's not possible to have a best friend in your office?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, but then if I'm going to have a best friend in my office, that means it supersedes the work relationship. That means I know this person in out.
Yes,
it's possible.
Yeah,
of course, because office is something that you, like Antonia said, office is something that you said that you came and then you met the person or the person met you and then you start building a relationship.
Yeah.
Well, my best friend, we met at work. We went for the it was sweet.
Was it immediately?
It was funnily because me I could be very sarcastic. So she entered the office. We came for an interview. She came in and she wore of course this sandals we girls wear. May add little heel with it, and I was wondering why would you wear heel and then you're still short? No offense to short people. No offense to short people. Honestly.
So you told her that.
So I was thinking in my head, and I'm looking like, bro, you're short. You're wearing this, but you're still short. That's weird. By the time I wear this type of heels, I'm already looking like Dongoyaro. Let me use that word. And then after she came,
how did you pronounce that?
Dongoyaro.
Is it Dongoyaro?
What?
Dongoyaro.
Oh, Dongoyaro. All right, we get it. But you got the message, didn't you?
Just understand. Don't mind Chris. Chris is just out for you this morning.
Yeah, I don't even understand from the cap to Dongo. He's on Dongoyaro. We learn everything. So I've learned today. What did you?
Anyway,
right.
For me.
Okay, so that happened, and then that was actually the connection for us because she was someone that. It's not everybody that knows how to be sarcastic. Yeah. She's someone that I could easily just say, I'm inside the boat, and she was trekking, and then I'll just wonder and I'll say, my friend, how are you? We're going the same way. But waving at my friend to say, so all those little things together, and then we found out that at work, she got my back, I got her back, and then the relationship just started that way, and then we're best of friends and all of that. So I do not totally agree that some persons would say, oh, my colleagues are my colleagues. My friendship is outside the office. You wouldn't blame them.
Because they must have had some bad experiences.
Exactly.
But I will tell you today for free that most of my closest friends are from my former office, and they're like the best of friends I've had. I've even had some from my former office where she said she wanted to work there, and I told her, oh no, I feel like you should move to a better platform. And then she moved and she came back and was like, oh nice. And then we are like really close. So I would just say that just look for someone that matches your energy. Because now people always think that friendship is just friendship. It is a relationship.
I think we are going deep into friendship, but we are concerned more about
friendship than
good working relationship. Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Yeah, because for me, like Antonia rightly said, either from the top to the bottom. Or from the bottom to the top. And the most important thing, first of all, in an office, is for me to pay attention to myself.
You come first.
Yes, I pay attention.
And I like that you said, sorry to bargain, now that you said pay attention to yourself. Because we cannot talk about paying attention to yourself without talking about the management or the people that set up the office.
Let me land on my own thought.
Okay.
First. From your, first of all, have you ever heard of this Latin dictum, nemo dat quod not habet? You cannot give what you don't have. Now, if, for instance, you do not pay attention to yourself, you cannot even pay attention to the principles of the office you are applying for or the work you are applying for. It is when you pay attention to yourself before you now start thinking, am I capable of applying for this job? Am I capable of taking up these responsibilities? if you don't pay attention to yourself, to maybe sit down to have a kind of introspection into yourself, to get to know yourself better, it means coming into the office, you will be hurting yourself because the management will not keep you if you are not doing well. You yourself will not be you won't be happy because you will be grumbling every day. You will be thinking that the management is hard on you, whereas you are the one that is not doing the right thing. And at the end of it, you think that, and you may end up,
yes, it goes both ways.
If you don't pay attention to yourself, you may think that preconceively, you may be thinking that people hate you, whereas you are the one that is having the problem deep within yourself. You have not sat down to have a kind of how do you call it now? A review of yourself to know whether you can match into the office you're occupying.
But whether you have a review of yourself, whether we like it or not, an office is a teamwork. People that you meet there to have a major part to play as to whether the office is a toxic environment. What if
you do not have something to give?
No,
if you do not have anything to give, then why were you hired to start?
That is why I say you should pay attention to yourself.
I feel like if you do not have anything to give, then the management would know that this person has nothing to offer. Then why were you employed to start?
Have you ever seen people's CV? How bogus it appears.
Oh, no, Chris, let's look
is not about bogus CV right now. This is about the people in it itself. Yeah. The bogus CV can actually attract you, but if you have a one-on-one conversations with some persons, you would know. You'll be able to pinpoint whether this person can actually work or not.
So now, away from that, what I was about to say is that it's not just about the individual introspecting. Yes, you may be beautiful, exceptional, you may deliver quality. Your work, you deliver on time and quality work. But then if the relationship is not there, it is not there. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Because you may come in all happy, but then when you have this, a toxic environment, just take it that your happiness is in like a balloon. And then you have pins like deflators. So now you wake up in the morning, you're all pumped, ready to go to work and everything. You know your job, you understand, you know your onions, and you're ready to deliver. But then these toxic environments are like pins that are deflating your balloon. Do you understand? So either which way is going to affect whatever you do. Even if you have 1,000,001 introspections, even if you make up your mind and say, you know what, I'm going to do XYZ, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, when you come back to that same toxic environment, it's still going to look as though you did not change.
As a matter of fact, when I talk
about, like, let's even go biblical, where the Bible talks about do not pour new wine into an old wine skin, it will burst. So it goes both ways. As much as an individual, because now if you mention, people have bogus CV, that is they've not gotten the job. We're talking about you are on the job.
There,
I feel a working relationship is you know your job description. This other person knows what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do as at when you're supposed to do it, and be friendly, be nice, be human. There are no
But when you say be friendly, be nice, is that a compulsory thing to do?
It's not.
What if I'm a withdrawn person?
But you have a way of communicating.
You didn't allow me to learn on what's it called? Paying attention to yourself. Was just a point.
Okay.
And I also gave you a lighting dictum. Nemo that could not have it. Until you, first of all, you get to like yourself, you won't even like people. Now, when you like yourself, you now begin, like, for instance, now, if I don't like you, if I don't like myself, I can't transmit the likeness to you. Do you understand? So the second point again is, after knowing yourself, you got to also pay attention to the people around you. You gave us an example of your friend, how you people started. You were sarcastically joking with her. She understood. Not everybody will understand that.
Yes.
You understand? Now, I remember in school, there was a day John Jaleja was joking. I knew he was joking. But at that particular time, I was not in the mood to accept that joke. So I had to tell him, I said, John, I understand that you are joking. But at this time, I'm not in the mood to accept.
Then that person is supposed to stop at that point.
And he stopped. So you need to know yourself.
And that one is emotional intelligence.
Yes, exactly. It's part of you must
communicated.
Yes, you must apply emotional intelligence in an office. If not, you will continue to have problem with people. Even issues that are not important. Insignificant issue, you start having them because you are not applying emotional intelligence. Now, when you apply that to the person, to maybe people around you, you get to know, okay, Antonia is the kind of person, if she's tired, she doesn't look face, or if she's hungry, her face will turn red. you now at that.
Or she feel nauseous.
What do you mean?
Or if she's eating a spaghetti and chicken in the office,
Oh
she
my
will not
God.
answer greetings and all that because she doesn't. Now, when you get
This
to know
feels
that,
personal.
when you get to know
No,
that,
leave Chris. Leave
when
Chris.
you get to know that Antonia is like that,
Okay.
you are not going to judge Antonia based on that. You know why? You've already studied her to know that
Okay.
why she doesn't talk when she's eating. She doesn't. She doesn't look good facially if she's tired. So at that moment, you have to read, be sensitive to the environment. That is another point, and the people again. Now you also get to know you have to know, like somebody like me now. If of course, if I want us to achieve something and I feel that okay, you are killing time. I have always use this time. You are killing time. You are killing
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Now, you must not achieve that by raising your voice. Mutual respect must be there. You must also respect people. I think that these are the points I would like to give for now.
Okay. All right, Antonia, I'd like you to just give a closing remark as regards office things that happen in the office, basically what you think is the right attitude that is supposed to be displayed in the office, irrespective of niceness and kindness. Because I, for one, I could be friendly to people in the office. I could be going through a lot. But then in the midst of this, let's know when to be kind and nice to people. And there's sometimes I withdraw, not because, oh, maybe I'm a bad person or all of that, but maybe because I just want to think, I want to be in the retrospective mood and say, oh, what is actually going on around me? Let me sit down and have a rethink about everything. But I'd like to get your own opinion.
You know, work is just an aspect of our lives as individuals. So even though we spend most of the day, 24 hours in a day, you might be working 14, you might be working 6, you might be working 8. It's just a facet of your life. That is not your entirety. So when you're at work, yes, you're working and you're focused on delivering on your role. There are also other aspects of your life that you need to pay attention to. And sometimes these things jumble up, they merge together. And it's kind of difficult for sometimes an individual to sort out and say, let me try to create this work-life balance. So I was reading somewhere and an article, and the article was like, most times we've been prioritizing this work-life balance. What it actually is supposed to be is life-work balance, because that shows that you're putting your life first. Do you understand? Before prioritizing the work. So now the work is just a facet, and when your life is in order, definitely, but that doesn't take away the fact that some organizations are actually toxic. From the management, they're actually toxic, and they go a long way to affect the productivity of the employees. Do you understand? So in general, be a good employer and be a good employee, because that way you'll be able to achieve whatever goal. If you're not a good employer, or you're not a good manager or a good administrator, you would not get the best of your team members. And if you're not a good team member, the management will not get the best out of you, basically.
All right, viewers at home, thank you very much.
I don't understand. Are you doing PDP here? You asked
No,
for closing.
but I think you are already closed.
You are already closed.
That was my first time of talking, and you are closing.
Okay, all right. My apologies.
You are making me to feel uncomfortable here now. That is what you are discussing.
My apologies, Chris.
Anyway, for me, I think there is actually nobody that will employ you to sack you. As a matter of fact, you can also be a friend to either your senior or your junior in the office.
People have even found spouses.
Exactly. But me, I don't like
office relations.
Office romance. I don't like it.
It's giving
what?
Like
so the truth of the matter is that you can actually, your boss can be your friend.
Yeah.
You can run back to your boss to say, sir, I want to confide in you. But if you are not giving, if your boss is always complaining because you are not doing your best, you will not have that, how do you call now? You will not have that courage to meet, because in your mind you think that, oh, this man is always on my case. So in summary, what I want to say is that be human. Live your life. Live your life within the office. Respect that even the cleaner in the office, respect him. If anybody you can think of, and if you are the boss in the office, let it be about the human face and not about the Yes, it's good for you to assert yourself administratively, but you have to do that with human face.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Antonia. Yes, said respect. I would opt for the word kind. Be kind to people. Be genuinely kind to people, because irrespective of the fact, and irrespective of the fact that we find ourselves in the office space and all of that, you do not know what people are actually going through behind closed doors. I mean, we wear beautiful clothes and it makes everybody look good and all of that, but then behind that,
we wear beautiful wigs,
yes, I know you are throwing shades,
powder.
but then I'm going to act like I cannot see you.
You cannot hear you.
But all right, thank you very much for staying with us on Issues all through the week. It's been a beautiful one. Of course, we've had sad stories, we've had stories that made us laugh and all of that. And thank you to our beautiful producers and our behind the scene guys. We remain well, I remain Messi Babajide, and this is all we'll have for you today.
You remain Chris and Antonia. All right, happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you guys, and thank God it's Friday. See you same time.
By the way, you promised you were going to take me to. You were going to buy fish.
Yeah, just fish. Okay. Oh God,
just fish.
Catfish.
Catfish.
Or
in my village, you don't buy fish for people.
Oh. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleke TV. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleke TV, rising star at the fairground.